Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Transport Fever 2. In the previous episode we built a rail line from Earl Shilton and over to Settle. It had to go over the river as well as go around and indeed through some of the mountains, and because of that it was quite an expensive endeavour. In fact, the train alone, which is just now heading off on its maiden trip here, which currently has no passengers, brilliant. It cost about 8.5 million, so yes, this is quite an expensive thing. I would expect the running costs of this to hit easily the negative millions until the passengers start to go from Earl Shilton and to Settle, but that means now that everything is connected up to everywhere else eventually, so you can get from Elland over to Settle if you want to. You just have to take a train from Elland to Congleton, the boat from Congleton to Earl Shilton, and then the train from Earl Shilton down to Settle, which is why in this episode, among other things, we are going to be extending the rail line from Earl Shilton up to Elland, so we have a direct service, and then we'll have an Elland to Settle service via Earl Shilton. So let's just see how we get on. We have 3.5 million, so more than enough, I think, to do what we need to do, which is go and replace all of these road vehicles. These are the standard horse and carts that we're using to transport the bread and the food, and we need to change that over to the new truck. So we're going to over to the vehicle manager here, down to the ES Food 1, which is this route here. So it takes the grain there, or whatever it is, over to here, it makes bread, and then brings the bread into here. So we're going to say all of those, replace, and we have two options. We have the Bent's tarpaulin truck and the Bent's truck with side stakes. Now, the side stakes can only carry, it looks like, logs, steel, planks, and construction material, or brick, whereas this one can carry everything, but it has one less cargo space. But if you look at the carriage, it's 5 cargo capacity, whereas this is 7. So replacing with this one will not only have some nice new faster trucks, a lot faster, it's actually double the speed. It also means that we have more capacity, so we might have to redistribute some of these, but we'll see what happens. So we're going to replace all of those. We're going to go for food 2 and replace all of those, and it'll be that one there and replace, and that is a lot of vehicles replaced. We also have ES machines, which is here. Now, we have 10 vehicles there at the moment. I'm actually going to sell those machines because I don't think we need that many, considering that we're only carrying the machines every now and again. So I think we'll just get 8 of these. Actually, we'll probably go for 6 and we'll see how that functions. So we'll buy them there, we'll say all of those and distribute them onto the ES machines, because it's a very short route. It's literally from this branch here into the centre, and it's not very long at all, and also it's quite infrequent, so I don't think it's unreasonable to do that. Right, that is now underway. So as I said, in terms of what we'll be doing, it's probably going to be the big job of going from this train station to this one, but it means adding in another line. Oh, we also need to replace this train as well, because it's just not very good. We did expand this as well, and I know there's some concern that the train is actually too long for the sidings here, but it's fine. It does actually just work. As long as it could go in there, it's fine, even though I think it hangs about maybe a carriage and a half out the back here when it stops. Like, this one looks perfectly aligned, whereas that one isn't, but it doesn't matter too much, and it's nice to see all of that there. Look, that's massive, huge train there. Well, it's 14 carriages long, I think, but in terms of what we've got going, it's quite a big train. Anyway, building the line from here up to here might cause an issue, because at the moment we have lots of traffic or some traffic from Elland down to Congleton, and then Congleton over to Earl Shilton. However, if we change it up and have the rail line run between Elland and Earl Shilton, it means that probably the boat traffic will be reduced, because people would rather take if they want to go from Elland to Earl Shilton, they're not going to go via Congleton. So we'll have to probably check that out and maybe make some changes there. And also, that has nearly 100 passengers waiting there. That's probably because I guess the area of influence or connection is here for the train station. But if anyone else, say from here, wants to go there, they'll take the train, or the bus. But we don't have enough buses. So let's have a quick look at that. We're going to go over to our vehicle manager, up to the ES bus, and we've got 6 vehicles. So what I'm going to do is buy, I think, another 10. It's going to cost 1 million, but I think it's worth it. There's the BS bus route. That'll reduce that. And already you can see that there's now 13 people waiting there, which is quite good. We'll go down to here, and there's 10 people waiting there. And the train, we've got 3 people. So let's see who the 3 lucky people are. Oh, the lights are on that. That's nice. I wonder if they go off when the train has cleared that. No, they don't. Oh, well. So we'll go down, and we'll see passengers. Up there we have our first passenger, and we can see they are... Ooh, dressed very, very smartly indeed. That is the toppest of top hats. Let's have a quick look to see who else we've got. And, oh, we got... Hang on. Yeah, they are dressed the same, I believe. Slight change. In fact, they've even got the same moustache, I think. Yep. Who else have we got? And... Right. Yeah, is that the person... Is that the doppelganger? And, hang on. Huh. I think they are the same as the one right at the front. Yes. I believe so. Anyway, there are our 3 lucky passengers. Oh, that's actually a nice detail. That I don't know if you heard, but you could hear the train start to sort of squeal a little bit and like make a not a grinding sound, but a squealing sound as it went around the corner, which is quite nice as the wheels are trying to fly off. And they didn't, which is always good. Cool, so that is our very first service. We do want to put another train in, but that will cost a lot of money, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to spend some money on building the track from Earl Shilton up to Elland right now. So I guess first things first, go to Elland, and we are going to edit this station. Now, the problem with this station is that it only has 1 track. We could, if we wanted to, build on the other side and put another... bit in, but what I'm going to do instead is just that. I'll just extend it so it's like so, and that's probably enough for what we need. Also, we only need the 1 terminal. The 1 platform, rather, so that should be fine. This is obviously not a great thing. It would be nice if it wasn't dead-ended there. We could run it straight through, but I didn't think about connecting up that to that. And this is, at the moment, it is passenger. So... that should be fine. Oh, one thing I need to do as well, which I forgot last episode, is go down to here and connect up this to the rail line like so. And we don't want the electrical cables. It is putting it on now, and I think the reason for that is very shortly we'll start getting electrified. Train. The Schaffhausen is there. That is a new boat. Let's have a quick look at that then. So click on the shipyard and buy vehicles, and we can see it is there. It is 1.5 million to buy, 250,000 per year to run. It is 32 kilometers an hour in terms of its top speed. So it is actually the fastest. I think it is the fastest ship we have. Yes, it is. It also is quite powerful at 600. Not the most powerful. That'll be the Klondike, but. It's got 230 capacity, and it is all types of cargo. So that's actually pretty good. We will probably end up replacing some of our boats with that. In fact, probably these ones, because as you can see, there's loads of stuff waiting on this dock. 130 there. And they're emptying, and yeah, we probably need to replace some of those, because I'm guessing some of them are quite old. Let's go to the vehicle manager here, up to... ES to CT boat is that one. Not the one. Planks and machines. They're all conditioned bad, so we probably need to replace those. Okay. Replace. No, not with 1.8 million. No, that's not going to happen. So let's run this line in, because we've got enough money to at least continue building there. Now, we are going to do a double track as we have done previously, but we are going to have to be very cautious on how we spend this money. And also, although it looks like a level grade here, let's have a quick zoom down, and you can see that it is actually quite hilly. So what I'm going to try and do is keep it on a level grid as much as I possibly can. You can see we're not doing much alterations in the land, but we'll just see how far we can get like this. I am going to have to start to contour it now and move up. And it will be a gentle uphill, as you can see there. And we are going to try and keep it as a gentle gradient. We don't want it as a steep gradient like that. That's not something we are aiming for. I'm guessing we can get around here without any great difficulty. Yeah, you can see that one there. Too steep. That one there would be fine, but it's going to be quite a sharp turn as we go around. And I'm going to alter that grade to be... Oh, yeah, that's actually going to be a bit of a tunnel, I think, eventually. It might be a tunnel. Let's just see how we get on. In fact, we go over to there. It will be a tunnel, and that's not too much of a problem. It's about at the right height, so we'll put that tunnel in. And then what we'll get here is a viaduct, I'm guessing. So over to there, and that's... Let's level that off and then keep going. There will be... Oh, yeah, looks like it's putting this in, so that is fine. Straight level again, and up to... up to there. And then one little further piece to put in. And then, this is the difficult part, because we have to then get to that, which will require... in this particular case... Why is it connecting to that? What I'll do is I'll say from that one down first. And, too much grade. Right. What I'll do then is I'll delete these sections here. And I'll build around from that first. So from there, around, and I can't actually connect it up to there. But I'm going to say that... And let's delete a lot of this. And there we go. Job done. So, it is now in. Excellent. The problem is we have to do that again. And a new vehicle, the BR75.4 BAD Mark 6C. It is a tank engine. Let's have a look at that. Where's the best place to click on? That one. Passenger train tank locomotive of the Grand Duchy of Baden State Railway, later used throughout southern Germany. 90km top speed. So the A-3 is... Sorry, the A3-5 is slightly faster. It's got about half the power and... less tractive effort, but it also is it's 2.1 million as opposed to 3.7, and the maintenance cost is about half, and it's actually got a longer lifespan. But the A3-5 is today's beverage is green tea, by the way, is probably still better for the distances and what we're doing with it, so we'll stick with that. So let's just have a quick look. You can see this does go through here quite nicely. Yeah, it seems to snake through the landscape okay. Right, so let's spend a little bit more money then. Over to our building once again, and this is going to be a straight double track job, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. We will obviously go ahead and put in the one-way system in it. Not that I think it's strictly necessary, but mainly I'm just trying to learn how to use it properly, and I think that would be advantageous. I like the way that the tunnel stuff automatically sort of expand. What would a third one look like? Yeah, it just puts it in, just doesn't care, just, yeah, worked it out. No problem. Anyway, continuing on, obviously we are altering the landscape quite a bit here. In fact, this is... Yeah, that's actually quite a blot on the landscape there, especially when it comes to this bit. But it's better than the... Well, I believe it's better than the other stuff we put in, like the stone bits and all that. That goes in there. I think we'll continue on just a little bit further, and then we'll go and connect up to that, like so. Right, so this can only go to one side of the station. The problem now is we need to put in our one-way system. So we'll say one-way, yes, and we're going to look over here and check to see which way this is. So this is the incoming, and that is the outcoming. So the incoming wants to go in here and then continue on through here. But what I want to do first is put in the cross section to have like the ability to sort of switch to one side to the other, and too much slope. That's interesting because it looks like a level grade to me. Okay, let's just delete the previous one then. Go from there to there. That goes in nicely. And that goes in nicely too. That's now fine. We'll go over to this side, and this is where we will have some problems because I was probably going to place the crossing about here. Well, it will fit in. But let's see. Well, it fits in. That's perfectly fine. Right, let's get the signals put in. So one-way system once again, and it'll go from there, and we'll say, well, one way, and I'll do the one way on that side first. I'm going to put them in multiple places, and that's simply because I'm going to assume that they're in the right direction. Yeah, the games remember that. And the reason for this is if we do eventually have multiple trains, it means that they can go to the next point, essentially, to the next signal. So they don't just stop at the station. It's better for this thing. And because we've got those crossing sections in, it means that we can use multiple parts or multiple sides of this Earl Shilton station. And wow, 161 people are waiting for the train. And that means that it is a success. That is a success. Excellent. I've just realised that the EL bus is really old buses. I should probably change those. Okay, let's go ahead and do that actually while I remember. So the CT bus, replace with them, and those ones, manage vehicles. That's a pretty quick way of doing it. And that. So there's $1 million spent. We do have 12 million now, which is very good. And we've also got this train coming along. So, I think what we're best off doing is adding in the... do we add this or do we change the line? I think we change the line. So, pause it for a moment. Line manager. It is the Earl Shilton to settle train. Oh. Earl Shilton to settle train. There it is. But we want to go from Elland, Earl Shilton, settle, and then Earl Shilton. So, and that's the cycle. Because if we just say Elland to Earl Shilton to settle, as soon as it finishes the settle, it'll then immediately have to get back to Elland, and it'll just go via Earl Shilton anyway. So it's coming through. So hang on, Earl Shilton, settle. No, I'm just going to have to redo it, I think. Sadly. Add station. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It's going from Elland to Earl Shilton track 1 and then 1. Yes. Because it's which way is the which way is it going? Yeah. But that has to be what, number 2. Yeah. Because it's coming down here. Strangely crosses over to that side. Actually, you know what's better? If I change it so that is number 1, but that is number 2. There we go. So it doesn't cross. So it goes all the way down on the left-hand track as we look at it. Continues on, blah, blah, blah. Usual stuff. In there. There's only one place for it to go. Although it does seem to cross into that one. It doesn't matter for settle, to be quite honest with you. And then it comes back and then goes through there. Right. That's it. We're away. So this train will still have people on it. No, it's not. No, because it just had to stop there. Right. But it'll probably stop here. No, it's going straight to the to the first destination. Right, that is fine. What I'm going to do then is from here, buy vehicle. We could have one of those, but I think the 2 of the A3-5s is the way forward. And I'm going to increase the capacity, quite frankly. I think there's so many people going to be on this train that it's worth adding even more. 140 capacity, 12 million. We're just shy of the money we need. No, we're not. Sign 2. That train. And, or that line rather. Speaking of the line, it's actually EL to ES to SE train. That is now correct. Right. Hopefully I've set that up correctly. This train, I do want to manage that, and I want to edit it and go 1, 2, 4, 3 million. So I need more. So there we go. We can see that we have now people on this train. 12 people of the 84, but we're going to increase that. And you can see we're getting, well, it says 2 lines now. We've got the CT Congleton to Elland train, 6 people. But immediately this service is now got 12 people. That could be because they want to go not just to Earl Shilton, but also down to Settle. And that is another problem. There you go, loads of people waiting. So that's a problem that we can resolve by going to buy vehicles, and I'm going to buy 8 of those for the money that we don't have. And the ugly smell of success have at least 300 passengers waiting in a train station. Okay, fair enough. SC bus, there we go. So we got more people in that one. And 300 people waiting. Wow. And that's only got 34 passengers. I have a feeling that I've done that line wrong. Elland to Earl Shilton to Settle to Earl Shilton. Then back. I think that's correct, because if I didn't have Earl Shilton on that one, it would just go straight through, wouldn't it? I think that's right. I can always edit it if it's not. Loads of people still waiting in here, but it's only a small amount. It's only that one place. I'm not too bothered about that one. This is of some concern. And yes, look at that. Via Settle, 223 people waiting for that train. This train, in fact, which is chock-a-block. Full. 84 people. That's why we're going to add more carriages on it. We might even add more, because we've got 80-odd people waiting here. But I'm guessing that now is going to become a very profitable route. No, not. But that's also taking into account we've just bought a brand new train, so it's probably not done much. Manage vehicle. Edit the selected vehicle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 million for that. Not enough money. Uh, 3.3 million. Just waiting for it to tick over. Now down to 2.5 million. What? Something's obviously happened there. Maintenance of some kind. Or someone just bought a full boat somewhere. Look out for a part of a space shuttle just stuck in a mountain or something. There we go. What? We had... Is it just ticking as I click the button? Right. Keeping an eye on it. There we go. Yeah. So we've increased that. Have a train filled with at least 100 passengers. Wow, all the achievements today. 140. It's maxed out again. It's maxed out. Do we make the train bigger? Or do we get another train? Quite frankly, I think neither option. Because we're waiting for the... waiting for it to be distributed properly. We've just increased the size of the train, so I need to make sure that's okay. Let us take a look at that. Yes, that's what I thought. So this ES to CT boat, this ship here, 16 people on it. Yeah, they're hardly using the boat anymore. Because originally the only way for the people who lived in Elland to get to Earl Shilton was on that boat. Congleton, same thing. Now, though, they can easily take a train from Congleton to Elland and then go over to Earl Shilton. It's just faster for them, probably. Although I don't know. I do not know. Let's have a look. This one. Frequency 8 minutes. Whereas the boat, 9 minutes. Huh. Actually, so it's still okay. Still fun. Wow, 1.8 million for those. The planks and machines, but I'm guessing... Ooh, yeah. The condition mediocre. That's not too bad, though. We can handle that. The wood, though, that's a very bad. And, do we need any more? Don't think we do. Still waiting. That's at max capacity, and transport is on 98%. But there's loads of planks waiting to be transported. Which would be... planks machines. And these vehicles are bad, mediocre, mediocre. Right, I'm not going to replace those yet. I have a feeling we'll probably get a new boat anyway. So, this is now waiting for people. 59 people there. And there's also loads of people waiting there. So we need to get that train sorted as well. So that's the line. Manage vehicles. That one, we're going to replace it with the BR75 because this one's quicker, but it's 3.7 million. This one is only 2.1 million. It is only slightly slower, but it's also lighter and will probably do us for the passengers that we have travelling there. So we're going to add that, and I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 84 passengers. We probably don't need that at this stage, but I'm guessing... Let's have a quick look at this thing. Yeah, looks nice. I'm guessing... Oh, I just saw the doors close. I'm guessing that eventually, because of that extra line, there'll be more passengers. Well, it's got 76 passengers, so it's obviously doing okay there. Excellent. Excellent. New train. Obviously, cost a bit to get the locomotive and build the train, but it's all okay now. And is that another... Wow, another 120 people. Not that's a problem, you understand, because the train is just pulling in to the station. We're letting the train take the strain. And there it is. 2.2 million. That means that line's going to be very profitable. Yep, 4.1 million. Quite good indeed then. However, ES to CT boat, terrible. Was originally our most profitable line. We have only recently changed the ships. 15 years is them ships there, but there's no passengers. There's no call for it. It's 8 people. 8 people there, and the boat's halfway across. 8 people on that ship, 10 on that. What I'm going to do is replace them. So, line, the boat. Actually, no, not line, my mistake. This one. Sell. Yes. And then we want to buy a vehicle. We want the fastest possible. Which happens to be that, but it also has a huge capacity, which we don't need. We simply... I mean, to be honest, we probably don't even need to have... probably don't even need to have a boat service anymore, but it's always nice to have redundancy. I'm just checking at the running costs, you see. We had the riggy. I'm thinking of changing it to the front deck, but the Klondike's quite fast, but the running costs are higher. It's quite fast, but the running costs are crippling. Do I get one of those? $250,000. I don't think we'll ever use. I don't think it'll ever be used. Honestly, it's modern though. I'm gonna do it. It might end up being a very, very expensive project to try it, and that still happens. But we'll see. See what this is like. Oh, very nice. See, I'm a fan of trains, but I'd probably prefer to be on that in a nice summer's day. 23rd of April? Yeah. Be alright. Well, there's still people waiting. It might speed up. We'll see how that one goes. Anyway, that is working. We can see that we have 61 people waiting to go on the ELES-SE train. We've got train 1 pulling out there with 39 passengers, and we've got some waiting here as well. 24 passengers. So that's all working now. There is probably some advantage of running a line from Congleton to here, to Elland, but it's not happening. Not yet, anyway. I don't see the advantage in doing it yet. But the fact that there's a couple of people waiting to go to settle. When I say a couple of people, a couple of hundred. Yeah, wow. And there's another one coming in. I mean, do we need another train? It is pretty full. I don't think it's unreasonable to get another train. No, I don't think so. What I'm going to do then is buy a vehicle. That one. Problem is, it's 12 million. We don't have 12 million. We have half of that, but yeah, that's it. Let's have a quick look then. So, ES to CT boat, we can see not much money at all. No. CT steel plank, concerning that it's not making any money. Don't know why that is. There it goes there. I think it's that one. It's gonna go... Where's the planks? The planks aren't there yet. Yeah. It's taken a while for these to come across. I guess it'll fluctuate like that. That's just how it is. The SE bus, the settled bus, is not making much money either. But there's loads of people waiting. I don't know why. At least, however, the rail network seems to be working fine. Earl Shilton, however, very poor on the noise pollution or emissions quality. Not too sure what we can do about that. Not growing currently either. Tag population is plus 170, and you can see it has actually expanded quite a bit to the left there as we get more things pop up and such. And there's the train coming over the bridge and pulling in. There's 200 people waiting there. Quite a number of them. That's just passed through. And that's still in need of another train, I think. I think it would benefit from it. If I buy it now, it won't stop there because it starts in Elland. So the question is, do I want to get another one? Yes, I do. I think it's worth it. And I'm waiting till I see the train around there, because I know when we buy it, it'll be about right for the distribution of service. I don't think the game does that. Like, if you buy 3 trains and just shove them on the line and on go, all 3 will, come together as opposed to distributed service, which is what you want. But anyway, so I'm going to buy that. I'll assign that to the line. It'll come out. It'll, if everything's working correctly, go straight past this. There you go. You can see all of the road vehicles stopping there. That's going to go straight past. No, it's stopping. I guess it just doesn't perhaps work that way. It just picks up what it needs to pick up with the things, the different stations. Anyway, that's now in. This is now coming down. The concern will be, will these get stuck? They should not. Let's see. Should we see what happens? Well, should we have a little look at the trains passing each other? Look quite good. There's our train slowly climbing. And up ahead. There they go. Passing. Excellent. So that should hopefully be a very profitable line. It looks to be. It looks to be. What isn't, however, is this. I don't think that is really worth it anymore. 6 people. 6 passengers, and we got the most basically advanced ship we've got on this. No. No. Not convinced. I'm not convinced that that service is in any great demand anymore. 3 people, it's just going down. They can just take the train, it's faster. Still going from Congleton to Earl Shilton and the other way is still, well, the only way to do it is via boat. So I don't know. I might assign that to the machines and replace those vehicles, because we've got so much waiting. And the cargo's getting lost as well. Right. I'm going to max speed it. I'm going to get it to its destination. And see how many people are waiting. Because at the moment it's 3. The Earl Shilton exchange. At least this service is running very well. Good profits as well. 4.8 million. So yeah, there isn't... Having that extra train on there, on the line, that's up to 5 now. I don't think it's going to have give it a huge bonus. I think it'll be very diminishing returns after the 2. Since the 3rd one, they're definitely diminishing returns. Oh! A new vehicle is available. The Junkers F-13. The first plane in the game. Or at least for this game, and it's lagging out absolutely crazily. That means we can build an airport. Guess what we'll be doing next episode? Right, that's still only got, that's got 8, it's got 8 people, and that's got 5. Right, okay. Manage vehicle, reassign to Planks machines. Planks machines, 1, 2, 3. Replace with that. Done. So newer, faster, etc. For the CT boat, I think perhaps, do we go back to the riggy? It's just too old and too slow. We need something faster. And I'm very... Right, I'm going to put the riggy back on there. Mainly because, if nothing else, it displeases me that there's no service running at all. Like, it's not profitable for us to run it. But let's not be greedy. We're making good money. We're providing a service, even if it is at our disadvantage and our detriment. But at least we're doing the right thing. Keeping at least some service running. Hopefully, when we get to the 70s and 80s, we'll get like a Miami Vice style speedboat from there to there. Until then, we'll just have to do with something from 1912. Either way, we're going to leave it there for this episode. Very happy with that new rail line. Still some balancing to be done, but it's pretty much sorted. Next episode, we are going to do some planes, and I'm guessing we're probably going to build it near Earl Shilton because that's the way to do it in general. And we'll have probably them going to Congleton, Elland, and settle. We probably could just have as many airports as we want, but I haven't yet decided. We'll see how we get on, as always. So if you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far, comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.